Hello learners, I'm here again. This is your humble not easy channel teacher, and I will to share with you the concept of parallel lines and its transversals. Hope you enjoy it. Parallel lines and transversals. What would you call the two lines which do not intersect? So this one we have here so this is the parallel line that we have. A solid arrow placed on two lines of a diagram indicate the lines which is parallel. Which two lines are said to be parallel. So we have this one here, this one, and this one. And then the symbol of parallel is this one. This one is used to indicate a parallel line. So therefore, the first one is said to be line AB, which is parallel to line CD. So this one is the symbol for the parallel lines. So line AB is parallel to line CD. So these are the exterior or the parallel line. That this part here is the exterior part of the parallel line, same as with the exterior. This is the lower part, is the exterior part of the parallel lines. Then what is inside is what we call the interior part. So we're going to understand the concept of parallel lines and transversals. So when we have slash through the parallel symbol, so we have it here, as you can see here. This one here, this one. So meaning to say, this one, it denotes to be or indicates to the line that are not parallel. So since in figure we have here line AB, and line AB is not parallel to line CD because they intersect at certain point. We have that one there. That's a certain point there that we have. When we talk about the transversal, a line, ray, or segment that intersects two or more coplanar lines, rays, or segments. So we have here parallel lines, two given lines, transversal line. So this is now the transversal line that we have. The color blue one, this non-parallel lines. So because as we extend this one, they will intersect at a certain point. Then this is now the transversal. So the interior and the exterior of the parallel lines. Then the exterior and interior of non-parallel lines. The definition of transversal, it is a line wherein it intersects two or more lines in a given plane. The intersected lines do not have to be parallel. In short, we are not required to be parallel or the certain given lines, as long as when we talk about transversal, it indicates or it connects or it intersects two or more lines. So here, given that we have J, line K, and line M, wherein the line T intersects the three given lines with lines J, K, and M. So therefore, T now is what you call in this figure as transversal line. We have interior and the exterior of the two given lines. So the way that we are going to understand the two different things that we are going to consider is if we have here this kind of figure, then this is what you call the interior of the two given lines, inside of the two lines that we have. Whereas if we have outside of the two given lines, so we have here outer layer of the two given lines. So we have here this one and the other one. So this is now the difference of how do we able to cater the concept of interior of the two given lines and as well as its exterior. So we have to consider also its special relationship of the angle. So considering this figure here and the interior of the two given lines with the transversal line, is the interior angles are the following. So we have here angles 3, 4, 5, 6, and the exterior now would be 1, 2, 7, 8. So we have now here, and if we're going to understand also the concept of alternate interior angles, so the alternate one, which is now angle 3 and angle 6, same as with angle 4 and angle 5, another one here, that one there, and then 3 and 5, the same side of the interior angle, the same side of the interior angle. So another one is same side of interior angle, so we have 4 and 6. So in short, in the interior part of the two given lines with the transversal, we have to consider the two concepts, the alternate interior angles, as same as with same side interior angles. In the exterior angles that we have also, we now have, as I said, angles 1, 2, 7, and 8 are those exterior angles of the certain figure that we have. And so, if we're going to consider also this one here, 1 and 8 is what they call alternate exterior angle. 2 and 7 is also alternate interior angle. 7 and 1, angle 7 and 1, 7 and 1 are same side exterior angles. Angle 2 and angle 8 are exterior angle, same side exterior angle. Now, we are also have another part wherein if the lines are parallel. So we have here the figure. If we have to understand the certain parallel figure, as I said, there is an arrowhead with the two given lines. So that one is considered now as our parallel line figure. Then we have transversal. In this case, the same thing that we have done, that we have interior angles are the following: angles 3, 4, 5, 6. The exterior angles are the following also. We have angle 1, angle 2, angle 7, and angle 8. So the alternate, take note that we in the parallel lines with the transversal, the relationship of a special angle, wherein its alternate interior angles are said to be congruent, same as with alternate exterior angles are said to be congruent. So in this figure, the alternate interior angles are the following. So angle 3 and angle 6 pair. So therefore we could say that angle 3 and angle 6 here is congruent. Is congruent. Then angle 4 and angle 5, and in the exterior angle we have here angle 8, angle 8 and angle 1, angle 2 and angle 7. And we could see also that the exterior and the interior, same side interior or same side exterior of the said angle are supplementary. When we say supplementary again, it is the sum through the concept of angle sum postulate, meaning to say the sum is 180 degrees, its measurement. So here, in this case, as you can see in the given figure, the alternate interior angles are the following. So the measure of angle 3 is equal to the measure of angle 6. So we could say now that angle 3 is congruent to angle 6. Then the measure of angle 4 is equal to the measure of angle 5. We could say that angle 4 is congruent to angle 5. Then we also have we also have the measure of angle 8, the measure of angle 1. The measure of angle 1 is equal to the measure of angle 8. Then we could say that angle 1 is congruent to angle 8. Next is we have the measure of angle 2 is equal to the measure of angle 7. So therefore we could say that angle 2 is congruent to angle 7. So we have that. Also, we could consider the concept of corresponding angles and consecutive angles. So we now have here in the exterior angle, the interior angle, and the exterior angle also. So when we say corresponding angles, two angles that occupy corresponding position. So in this case, the corresponding position or the same positioning that we have, the angles are angle 2 and angle 1, angle 6, angle 5, angle 3 and angle 7, angle 2 and angle 6, angle 4 and angle 8. I repeat, angle 1, angle 5, 3 and angle 7, angle 2 and angle 6, angle 4 and angle 8. And take note that the corresponding angles are all congruent. So let's say angle 2 is congruent to angle 6, angle 5 is congruent to angle 1 is congruent to angle 5, angle 3 is congruent to angle 7, angle 4 is congruent to angle 8. So when it is just congruent, the corresponding angle, it is just congruent when the certain figures that we have is composed of two parallel lines and that are cut by a transversal. So the pair of corresponding angles are formed. Then we can now have, as I said, four pairs of corresponding angles are formed and it's said to be congruent. So we have that given this kind of figure. So we have in this figure, given the two lines which are parallel to each other, line AB is parallel to line DE with a transversal line LFL or LF. So angle G, the angle GPB is congruent to angle PQE here. This one here, this one, and this one. Another one is angle GPA is congruent to angle PQD. This one is congruent. Next, this one here, as what I have, GPA, okay, this one here is congruent to this one. Then PBQ, this one here, this portion here is congruent to EQF, this one here, this one. Then we also have angle APQ, this angle here is congruent to DQF, this one. Okay, so we now have that kind of figure. Then we also have same side interior or exterior angle. So given this one, as what I have exposed or shared to you, what does it mean by the same side and same side interior or same side exterior angles? So We now have here the interior exterior, the exterior of the given figure. So when we talk about same side exterior angles, two angles that lie between parallel lines on the same sides of the transversal. So we now have here the interior, same side interior, we have here angle 3, angle 5, angle 4, and angle 6. Angle, so as it says there a while ago that that the sum the sum of the same side interior is supplementary, so it measures 180 degrees. So meaning to say that the measure of angle 3 plus the measure of angle 5 we have here, this one, is 180 degrees. Same as with the measure of angle 4 plus the measure of angle 6 is also 180 degrees. That one is the same side interior angles. We also have same side exterior angle, two angles that lie outside parallel lines on the same sides of transversal. So we now have here angle 1 and angle 7 are same side exterior. Angle 2 and angle 8 is also a same side exterior. Then again, the sum of the same side exterior angles are also supplementary, which means, as I said, it is equivalent to 180 degrees. So the measure of angle 1 plus the measure of angle 7 is equal to 180 degrees. Same as with the measure of angle 2 plus the measure of angle 8 is equal to 180 degrees. So we now have here the interior angles. Take note that the interior angles, the angles that lie in the same area between two parallel lines that are cut by a transversal rather, are called interior angles. So we now have here. So these are the same side interior. And that one is same side interior. Another same side interior angle. Then we also, so, and it says, if like for example, if we have 160 degree, the angle BPQ measures 60 degrees, so therefore the measure of PQE is 120 degrees, because their sum should be 180 or supplementary. Okay. Here we have the exterior angles and alternate exterior angles. Take note that when we talk about alternate interior angles, two angles that lie between parallel lines on opposite sides of transversal but not linear pair. When we say linear pair, it measures 180 degrees. So it is just alternate. So we say interior angles are angle 4 and angle 5, and angle 6 and angle 3. Okay? So the measure of angle 3 and measure of angle 6 are congruent to each other, same as with the measure of angle 4 is congruent to angle 5. Alternate exterior angles are the two angles that lie outside parallel lines on opposite sides of transversal. Same as with, but not a linear pair. So exterior angle 2, 7, angle 2 is congruent to angle 7, angle 1 is congruent to angle 8. We now have that. So alternate angles are formed on opposite sides of the transversal and at different intersecting points. So we now have here angle P PBQ BPQ is congruent to angle DQP. So this one here should be congruent. So we now have this one is congruent. Angle APQ, we have here APQ, this one here, this portion here is congruent to angle EQP. So we now have that figure EQP, that one there. So they are now said to be congruent. So two pairs of alternate angles are formed, then the pairs of the alternate angles are said to be congruent. So let us practice in this figure. Find all the remaining measures. So given the angle 1 measures 120 degrees. So if this would be 120 degrees, so therefore we could say that the measure of angle 4 is also 120 degrees. The measure of angle 2, since the measure of angle 2 plus the measure of angle 4 is equal to 180 because they are a straight angle, or what we call it, linear pair, so therefore this one is 60 degrees. We also have 60 degrees of angle 3. Since angle 3 and angle 6 are congruent, so this is also 60 degrees. Then angle 5 is 120 degrees. Then angle 8 is 120 degrees also. Then angle 7 is 60 degrees. So that is how we cater with the practice exercise in this figure. Since it caters to be, we are going to find all the remaining angle measurement in this figure. So for this moment, I have to say goodbye to you guys. Then see you around for the next lesson or for the next video lesson for the geometry. Then do not forget to click the bell button for your future discussion, and do not forget to subscribe my YouTube channel, which is Humble Math Easy, and see you around for the next video lesson.